One.
Happy New Year.
Sarah Michelle, congratulations, and welcome to the Global Press Conference for Marry Me. You play two great characters, Parker and Melissa, that are so funny. But how much fun did you have actually playing them?
So much fun.
Yeah. I mean, it was a delight every day. It was beyond like it being a masterclass because I'm in a scene with icons. It was really hard to try not to laugh during a scene because Sarah is so funny and she could say the same thing 37 times in 37 different ways where you're just like, no, I'm not looking. I think one of the notes from the director, Kat Coiro, was just like, Michelle, you have to look at Sarah. She's talking to you. I'm like, okay. It's so hard.
How was it for you, Sarah?
It was a blast. Honestly, Michelle had a line that was just her name, Melissa. And it was, how can you make just a word that funny? But it was a love affair. And everyone was so warm. It was just fun. Everyone was great at what they did. You know, it was amazing to watch people work. You know, you'd be in a scene and I'd just find myself like watching it, you know, like, oh, I have a line. Yeah. But yeah, it was just awesome. I'm a super fan of everyone involved. So it was, and it's such a rare combination. I mean, just like Jennifer and Owen come from kind of such different places in film, and to see them together was really electric.
Even the kids in the classroom were all amazing kids, like just like ripe and ready to go to Juilliard in 2.2 seconds. Like everybody was just full of talent, even down to the PA. So it was like such a great experience.
Yeah, they were good kids. If you're gonna work with kids, these kids were like really cool.
Yeah,
they weren't tragic. You know.
Following up on what you're saying, how was the experience of working so closely with Jennifer, Owen, to create those relationships and those wonderful moments that you share on screen? I'll start with you, Michelle.
You know, the great thing about Jennifer and Owen, you know, they're icons, right? So not only are they coming prepared, they're coming prepared with choices, and they only want you to be great. So when someone's already at their best and they want you to be your best, it's like, what do you got to do? You got to rise to the occasion. And so it was really fun. The days are really long. You spend a lot of time with people when you're filming a movie and you're away from your family. So you know, much like anything in life, if you're going to leave the people you love to do something, you should also really love the people you work with. And that was 100% this experience.
Sarah?
That was a great answer, wasn't it?
Thank you, friend.
That was good. Yeah, you know what? It felt like a team sport, you know? Whether you're working with Jennifer or Owen, they're very collaborative. They're... you don't feel like they're kind of in any kind of bubble, you know, and it was so fun. I mean, I would be Owen Wilson's best friend anytime. He was everything I could want him to be. He was such a delight, so committed, so interested, having so much fun doing his job, you know, and just a joy and warm again, you know, and it was just very cool.
Well, the truth of the matter is that you both play big supporting roles in the lives of the main characters. Where do you think that Kat and Charlie need the most courage and advice from Parker and Melissa?
Is this what? Is that?
Yes. So how do you think, the two main characters, Kat and Charlie, what kind of advice do they need from your characters, from Parker and Melissa?
Right. Oh. What advice does Kat Valdez need from Melissa? What advice does Charlie need from Parker?
Like the advice that the advice that we gave them, or the advice that we should give them in real life?
What kind of advice do you think they need in the film, I guess?
What do their characters need from our characters? I'll say that Parker is, you know, first of all, Charlie, played by Owen, is a Luddite. So now he's involved in this pop culture thing. He never heard of Kat Valdez. He doesn't go to concerts. She drags him into this world, and he's suddenly connected to it, and she's kind of his doula into the world of pop culture, social media, fame, and all those things, and encourages him to step out of his comfort zone, maybe take a chance, maybe just try something, and she may have some ulterior motives because she's a big super fan of Jennifer Lopez's character, Kat. But yeah, that's where life is, outside your comfort zone. And I think both of our characters,
100%. I think Melissa for Kat definitely seems like she also has an ulterior motive where she loves this lifestyle and wants to keep it, and that is 100% correct. But there's also a thing where she's more than just an assistant. She's a friend. She's her village, her chosen family, and so she wants to definitely protect her and the life that she's built for herself. And I think that happens a lot in life where people see something for you and it looks great on paper, but what is Kat Valdez's line? Like, what if you try something, do something different? You want something different, so do something different. I'm paraphrasing. LOL. This dress, it's all styrofoam. Just kidding. Do I look like a Puerto Rican Dolly Parton? It's my look. But the point is, she's going to church. Where's the basket? Put in 5. Don't be cheap. So anyways, the point is that, yes, you could want what you want for you and your friends in your life, but ultimately you have to listen to your own voice and do you. You know what I mean? That was almost the name of the movie, Do You. I'm just kidding, but quote me on it.
Michelle, but Sarah mentioned...
All I can say is bars. I've learned that that's a saying. Spitting bars. You're spitting bars in a Marry Me junket.
Sarah was mentioning that her character is a huge fan of Kat, but Michelle, Melissa is not a huge fan of Charlie. She doesn't like what's going on there, right?
That's correct. He can't even text with a flip phone. What he doing? I don't know. I married the nice guy. I married the nerd. But a lot of my friends are like, why? And I'm like, because of his heart, because of the way he makes me feel. And so I think it's good to have both people in your corner, the why and the why not.
The fact is that she does take a big leap of faith. People are asking, what's the biggest leap of faith that both of you have taken?
Oh, honey, to buy a one-way ticket to Holland to see if my one-night stand 3 months later was really the guy I wanted him to be. And he was! We married now, honey! We got twins, a mortgage. We like each other. A very healthy life. You know what I mean?
Sarah, what about you?
What's
Sarah.
The question again?
Leap of faith.
Faith. Honestly, every time I get out of bed, it's a leap of faith. I need at least 22 hours of sleep, or I'm not myself. But for 2 hours, fire.
It's prime.
Michelle, a question for you. They're saying your background is also in stand-up comedy. How did it feel to work alongside someone like Sarah Silverman?
A dream come true. I felt like I went to Ellen thinking I was just going to get an interview and won a big old check and laundry for a year. It was a gift.
Sarah.
I heard it. I mean, listen, I'm a gift.
People also want to know how much of this was in the script, or did you guys get to improvise? How did that work?
I mean, the director, Kat Coiro, is amazing, and she really leaned into everybody's talents, right? And so there was a lot of stuff to manage, but she was like, okay, let's still get down to the nitty gritty, the story, and also what your strength is. And so I'm really glad that she let Sarah and I improv some stuff, because that's also where the magic happens.
Yeah.
The magic, honey.
Another question, this one for you, Sarah. They say that sometimes you give advice in your segments on your podcast. What advice would you give Kat and Charlie's characters to keep their relationship strong beyond the movie?
Ooh.
I think be good partners, communicate, talk through the little arguments or little edgy vibes, and even though you don't want to, and then when you come through the other side, you're like, oh my God, I'm so glad we talked that out. be each other's best friend, be your own best friend, have boundaries and be clear about it, and be responsible for your own happiness so that there's space between you two to like be the frosting on the cake.
Delicious.
Did I say a coherent sentence?
Very.
You did.
Sarah, were you nervous when you found out that you had to do a dance with Jennifer Lopez in that classroom scene?
Well, no, because of course, I keep people's expectations incredibly low, and I don't think anyone was like, "Well, yeah, she'll be a dancer." You know, I mean, it was about people who aren't dancers dancing. You know, which is isn't that beautiful? What? I mean, you know, I'm not a professional dancer, but I didn't go like, oh my God, she's a professional dancer and she's gonna expect me to be a professional dancer. I mean, no, yeah, it was just.
I was
fun.
a little bit in my head. I'm like, you need more than one move, Buteau. But as long as I can get back up without moaning for help, I thought I really did good.
I was honestly not as good as I thought I would be. I thought I would be a lot better. I was just like, I really thought I would. I'm admitting this to you right now. I feel in my soul that I'm a dancer, but it turns out I'm not. Like I'll watch So You Think You Can Dance. I'll watch Jennifer doing something and I go, that's me. I'm a dancer. That's what's in my soul. That's what I'm meant for. And then I'll put it into action and it's not the case, but I'm okay with it. I still
sometimes
like
our spirit is more flexible than our body, you know?
It's true. I have dreams where I'm just twirling and twirling and twirling and twirling.
Me too.
And Michelle, what was your first reaction when you found out you were going to be in a J-Lo movie?
I bought a Peloton. I wanted to be in shape. I was excited.
And were you scared, they're asking here, that you might have to sing and dance?
Me?
That's the question. Yeah, when you found out you were in the movie, were you like, I hope I don't have to sing and dance now? Or you're like, I'm on whatever?
Look, I feel like because I booked this movie, like no one's gonna ask me to like sit down in a bathing suit and sing and dance. You know what I mean? I'm gonna play to my strengths. I'm gonna wear a blousey top and do some lines. Do you know what I mean?
You're a goddess.
I guess the follow-up is both of you, you know, choose your roles carefully. What was it about this film that you said, I really want to be in this?
I've seen every Jennifer Lopez movie and I have seen every Owen Wilson movie. And I'm really a fan of both of them. And the idea of, you know, I'm not looking to be like the exposition to a main character. Like a lot of times in rom-coms, it's just like, but you're a lawyer and he loves you. And, you know, but I was so excited to get to play Owen's best buddy and be a three-dimensional character, but that really is like this cheerleader for her best friend. And I'll tell you, it was everything I wanted it to be. I would be Owen Wilson's best friend any day.
Aww.
Michelle, what was it for you?
Again, I'm a huge fan of everybody attached to this movie in front and behind the camera. And I just thought this is going to be a beautiful movie because of also the diversity. So I just loved the opportunity to be a part of this film where this woman of color has it all and will inspire and keep inspiring and then also be vulnerable and hilarious. So all of those things, I'm like, sign me up. And they don't drug test? Let's go!
Well, just to wrap up, music is also important. People want to know what songs are in your regular rotation.
Oh, I have a lot of Prince, Whitney Houston, Her, Jasmine Sullivan, Little Nas, who else? Debbie Gibson. Who sings that song, Hey Mickey? That's a bop.
Oh my God, I just watched that video. Oh, it was somebody posted that video. Tony Basil.
Oh, really? Oh, yes. I mean, just to name a few, no big deal. Also, Ray LaMontagne, is that his name? I want to hold you forever. Sarah Bareilles, She Feels Feelings.
Oh,
Brandy Carlisle, when the kids and the husband are out of the house, I'm like, tell me about the lines across my face.
oh, I love Brandy Carlisle.
Trust. But after New Year's, it's a lot of Miley Cyrus, you know? That's all.
Yeah.
We gotta
I
hang.
love me some Miley. I think she's
Gotta
an
hang.
artist.
What if
Mine
I
are
just
all.
kept
Oh,
going?
Sharon Von Etten. Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, I love her. I've been listening to her a lot. I've been going back though. I'm looking at my phone to see what I've been listening to. Lou
And
Reed.
obviously, Maluma and J-Lo.
Oh yeah, J-Lo, Maluma,
Shakira.
Nate State, and Elvis Costello.
Alanis Morissette. Alanis.
You ought to know.
That's right.
Great songs, great artists.
Isn't it ironic?
Wonderful movie. Thank you so much, both of you.
Elvis Crosby.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
I know, it's just we could talk about forever, but they're telling me you got to wrap this up.
We gotta go.
But really, thank you, both of you, so much. You're so good in this. The movie is so much fun. It's what we need right now. And it's just beautiful.
Yay, tell your friends.
Yay,
Really
go
good
feel
feel.
good.
Exactly. Thank you so much.
Bye. It's Holly Berry.
And clear.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Wait,
you're
was-
watching Hey You Guys!
Hey, you guys, huh?
Hey, you guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice.
Hey,